Welcome to Open Your Mouth and Speak. I'm Monica De Jesus, survivor, motivator, and servant of the Lord. My co-host, Hallelujah De Jesus, is absent today. We are encouraging others to heal with God through His grace and mercy. You're tuning in to WomenInspirationalRadio.org, and today I have Diamond Bryan with me to speak out about her experience of child sexual abuse. Thank you for being here to open up and share your testimony.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. I just thought that your experience with child sexual abuse was so needed for others to hear, because I know there's others going through what you're going through. There's always others that have experienced what others have experienced. And so I want to start out by asking you, when the sexual abuse began, at what age were you?
Could have been like 7, maybe 8. I know when I got raped, I was 9. But I got touched way before before it happened. Like started with just slight touches, breast area, down lower. But when I got raped, he raped me in the basement.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be so we was down there playing like a ping pong game. But one thing led to another, and I was never supposed to tell anyone that. I never told anyone that until I was 14, maybe 15.
Can you tell us more of what happened, even if it's not everything, but like the most horrific time that you can remember as a child, and then maybe as a teenager, some horrific experiences. Tell us what took place.
When I was a child, it's certain things I can remember, and then there's certain things I can't remember. But one thing I can remember was, it was more like seducing me. Oh, I'll buy you this, I'll buy you that if you don't tell. Or it was more of a fear. Like I knew it was wrong. And at some point, like I was scared. Like every time I got around him, I was scared. Until anything he said needed to be done, I would do it. But it was just, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It was just a crazy feeling. But as I got older, I kind of started talking about it more, even if it wasn't with him. I went to like academy school. I was bad in middle school, so I went to academy school, and I got with a counselor in there, and I kind of spoke to her about it, and she took it really serious, because that's really serious. And
right.
So I kind of spoke to her about it. And I could have been in the 7th grade. Can't remember my age, but I was in the 7th grade. Mm-hmm. And she came to my mom's house, and he was still alive. The man was still living there. My mom wouldn't let him go for the fact of he had money, and his money was what kept her going.
That sounds common, believe it or not.
He pays the bills, he pays for this, he pays for that, so why would I let my money go just because of what you're going through? Basically, that's how I felt. So when I got older, 7th grade, my counselor came to the house and kind of told my mom, well, your daughter told me a story about what happened to her when she was a child, wanted to know a little bit more about it. Oh, she's making it up. She was young, she don't really know what she was talking about.
Oh, wow.
We'll get her some help. So they got me some help through mental health. Mm-hmm. And when I went through mental health as a child, they put me on medicine, and I don't know if that medicine still affect me, because I deal with so much anger and so much depression still. I mean, not from it, but just with things that I deal with in the present, like relationship, family-wise, it could be job-wise, it can be anything. I still deal with my emotions, and it could be from the medicine they done put me on, and all kind of stuff. Because when you put yourself in through mental health and you don't need it, and then they start diagnosing you with it, it can mess up you if you never really need it.
Absolutely.
So they try to give me something to kind of forget my memory, but I never really took it, because when the first time I ever took it, it made me feel weird, and I didn't feel like myself. It made me feel like I would stare at the wall or something, or I just felt lost.
Like a zombie.
Right. So on my own, I just didn't ever take it anymore.
Got you. So they didn't know that you weren't taking it?
No.
They just thought you were. I want to go back to, if you don't mind, you acting out in middle school. Do you think that was you being so angry because you didn't have you're suffering this sexual abuse at the hands of a family member, if we can call him that, and your mother is not supportive in it. She doesn't pay any attention to it. Do you think that she knew about it though? Was there any time that maybe she saw something that happened or you told her?
No, I wouldn't know if she would have knew or didn't knew, because she never showed any love, any affection, and that would build me to be so angry, because I just wanted her to maybe listen, because it didn't just happen to me, it happened to my sister, which I don't even bring her story up because it has nothing to do with me.
That's her story, right?
That's her story, but it didn't just happen to me. So I think she was okay with it. As long as whichever she was getting out of it, I think she was okay with it, which is not fair and it's not right, but I think she was kind of at ease.
And not to bring up your mother's story, but I just want to ask, do you think that maybe she experienced child sexual abuse as well?
She maybe have. She never really told me about her story. My family was never really outspoken of what they've been through or what they have experienced. It's just what we saw when we was young. Yeah. And I've seen a lot, right. And I don't miss nothing. I remember everything, and it just built me to the person that I am today. Like, it took me a while to get here, and I know I'm still growing. Right. But, as my mom, the love that she showed me as a child built me to be so angry to where it almost made me feel like I was hating her, or I needed to get back at her or something. But like when I got incarcerated, I got with God, and I know that wasn't what I needed to do. It wasn't me. It wasn't me to be hateful. It wasn't me to judge or whatever happened. It was me to come out of it and figure out what did I need to do or change or break the chain that was going on in this whole entire family. It was just me that needed to do everything, because to be honest with you, like I look at it to this day, regardless of what happened in the past, I look at it, it's like all of them still needs me. All of them still needs me in some kind of way, in some kind of form. Because I'm the strongest one out of all of them.
Right. Wow, that's a lot to take on even then as a child.
Yeah, I was
and
young.
Now you're an adult. But just for people that are listening in to understand how abuse affects our lives, because it does so much to us, what would you say, along with acting out in school? Because I just know, you don't have to say it for me to know, because of people that I've heard stories of and saw the outcome of it, that even as a child, when you go through those things, you do become angry, because it's like you're stuck in a box. Yep. Or even caged like an animal, and people are abusing you, misusing you, and no one is there to speak out for you. So it does lead a lot of people to anger, to frustration, and then you lash out, even though it's not the right way. But as a child, how else could you know how to lash out? How else could you know what to do with yourself? So what are some of the things that had affected you as a child growing up? You did mention middle school, being angry. What were some of the things that happened?
In middle school?
Yeah, with that happening to you.
In middle school, maybe 7th grade. Was it 7th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7th grade.
7th grade.
I started smoking marijuana. I got with some girls I used to hang with back in Wedgefield. I wouldn't say that they caused me to smoke marijuana, because everything that I was doing was a choice that I wanted to experience because of whatever I was going through. It was just, hey, let me try it. Hey, let me do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to care. Nobody, It was just, I didn't have the affection, that love at home. Heck, I could have wrote a note to my bus driver while I was at school. Wrote a note to my bus driver, said, I'm going to ride this bus. And I ride the bus. And I got on that bus. I never went home. My mom maybe looked for me, maybe not look for me. But it was just, I was just out here. I was basically lonely, but not lonely. But I didn't have her love and comfort. So I just took it upon myself and did everything an adult would do, because an adult has now touched me, an adult has now raped me, an adult just had made me feel like, I don't know, a grown woman now. I just lost my virginity to someone I didn't even thought I would ever lose my virginity to.
Never chose it. So how could you?
So when I used to be out here with my friends, I had little boyfriends, called boyfriends, you know, never kissed them, never had sex with them. I was very uncomfortable with it. As bad as they wanted to, I just couldn't never put myself in a predicament to actually give myself that. But I experienced myself having sex with someone over fear. Like, it was a guy, I would call him my kid's father. I didn't want to put him on this recording, but I mean, it's my story. So I mean,
it's your story. That's right.
I fell in love. I was young and I fell in love with this guy. It was an older guy. I was 15, 14, and he was maybe in his 20s, because I'm 31 now. He's 42 now.
Okay.
And I told him my story. We became friends first, but I was thinking maybe it was just like, for him, it was more to get in my pants than to listen to what the hell excuse my language, to listen to what I had to say. It was more into, I want to see what this girl got. You get what I'm saying? Because he was older. And at that time, I didn't really know, but now I know, like, I feel like pedophiles are attracted to me. Because then I didn't know that. Then I was just so far gone in my feelings and my emotions, and I was out here just trying to explore, trying to tell people by my body how I felt instead of my mouth. So I gave myself up to him, and I had a child when I was 17. I was pregnant when I was 16. So it's like I built up to be an adult faster than what I was. But then that's when I caught my mama's attention. But not even then did it even assume or care to her that, my child's out here pregnant. But she kicked me out. She put me on the streets. She said, either you're going to have an abortion or you're going to go out. So I made another choice. It's my choice. I'm an adult, I guess, now. So I left. She didn't take me back in her home until I was 8 months pregnant. Almost. It was time for me to have my child. And then she picked and said mean things. Oh, you was out there on the streets doing whatever you want to do. Your baby going to come out looking like she's a drug addict, or she's on some type of, she's going to come out sick, or she's going to come out, something's wrong with her. My baby came out 9 pounds, 8 ounces.
Wow.
First baby.
Wow,
First baby girl. Yeah. So she just always made me feel so down, even when I was already down. She never gave me that love, that mother-daughter love I was supposed to have. Like, I was so hurt, and she never gave me that. And I still to this day needs that from her, and I can't get it.
Does it seem like, and I went through some struggles, my mom and I felt like I was always in want of her attention. Would you say the same thing?
Yeah,
like, not to act out, but like you always look for that approval.
Yeah, because my father died before I was born. Was in my mother's stomach when he passed from cancer. He passed from leukemia cancer. So as a mother, as my only backbone, yeah, that's all I looked up to was my mother. And sometimes when I was growing up, I could say, I kind of do things like how my mama do, but I don't never want to be her. I want to be more better than her, like, for my kids. Not saying she was a bad mother. She was a single mother, so anything she did it. Well, by all means, she made sure everything was done however it needed to be done. Trust me, I've seen a lot of things she's done to make sure we have food on the table. But that was just her business. That was just some things I've saw, and maybe I thought it was okay until I got older, and some things I've done that she have done, and I had to realize I'm not my mother.
Right.
You understand? So, yeah.
Would you be open to say, because I know, like, for myself, for being touched as a child, I was withdrawn from people, and I know others that have been more promiscuous. People think that they see us and they think that because we're acting out in a certain way that there's some because we're being fast or grown.
Right.
They do not realize the things that happen to us that make us be that person, because once your body has been touched, you can't put a Band-Aid or you can't put glue back on it. It's there, and you have to, as a child, you have to deal with it like you're grown. Like, what did it look like for you being touched early, being raped? Did you act out sexually, or did you withdraw from people? I know you mentioned a couple of things that you did withdraw, but then you had a boyfriend. How did it go, like, during that time? Were you still seeking, what we try to call it is, your flesh have desires
Right.
that wants to be fulfilled? I know with me, I was one that masturbated.
Right.
I didn't want anyone else to touch me, but I had those feelings. I didn't want to get in trouble. I definitely didn't want to get pregnant. I had enough sense to think about my choices, and I masturbated.
Mine became women. I got sexual with women. And I got more comfortable with being sexual with women. I mean, I've watched porn. As a little child, I watched porn, and I would take like a teddy bear or maybe a pillow and put it in between my legs. But that's the most I would have ever done. But far as when I used to get like urges or had sexual intentions to even do anything, was with a woman, because I knew a woman couldn't penetrate me. It was just like a touchy feeling, or that basically wasn't aggressive. Or
Couldn't really hurt you like a man could have hurt you.
Right. So that made me more comfortable. And every time, with women too, I've been in an abusive relationship with a woman before, so it can be.
I've heard of those
different
things happen in any type of partner
so
relationship. Could be
it is.
domestic.
It scared me too, because it kind of brought me back to like a manly thing. You get what I'm saying? I never been in a relationship with a man. I just had intercourse with my baby father. It was never a relationship. I just had these feelings for him, and when I had boyfriends in school, oh, that's my boyfriend, and it was nothing ever passed. We wrote notes and stuff like that. It was never nothing extreme.
Nothing physical.
No. Plenty of times boys wanted to have physical stuff because we're in middle school, high school, but
hormones.
I just wasn't. I wasn't with it.
With boys, I meant to say hormones with boys. They want to explore.
Right.
If I could ask too, you being in relationships with women, not that they're your mother, but was it like that? Maybe they were more of a role model, showing that love to you because you didn't get that from your mom, or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it was not.
I look for it, but I don't get it.
But did you go into it looking for that? Maybe someone to replace your mother?
No.
Her love and affection?
Possibly, but I never felt it as in that. I just look for it for like love. Someone to listen to me, someone to love me, and no.
And then, so we did talk about things like how it affects you as an adult, but is there something else that stands out in your mind that affected you as an adult, being sexually abused, that you could share with us? Something else traumatic that may have happened that you want to talk about?
As I got older?
As an adult. The effects of it, like what affected your life that still affects you, maybe even now.
It's like my life repeated itself because of what happened to my child. But that's the only thing that's affecting me now, is that same thing that happened to me happened to my child. And same people, I wouldn't say the men. I wouldn't say the man because it's not the same man, but same person, same outcome, same everything. So when it came out to be the same everything, yeah, it messed me up more than it messed my child. She doesn't really understand it because she don't know what I've been through, but it messed me up because it's like it's coming back to me and I'm not understanding why it's coming back to me, and then it's happening to my own. So
I know that feeling when that happened to my child.
Yeah,
it made me feel angry inside, and my child didn't know what I was experiencing too, how it replays to us like the act didn't happen to us, but it was just like a death that happened to me with my child. Like I lost something with her and I couldn't protect her. Would you say that's how you felt?
Right, that's how I feel now. Not felt. It's like how I'm feeling now. I'm trying to be at an ease point, but there's so many things coming in my direction. I'm not
It's bitter. It's
understanding
a bitter
it.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's developing anger, and I don't want her to think that I don't want her to think that I would keep her away from her grandmother or any of her siblings for the simple fact that whatever happened, I'm just trying to protect her because nobody ever protected me.
Right.
You understand? Whatever happened to me, it was told, and it was just like, it happened, nobody knows, wash it away, throw it away.
Mm-hmm. Like just rub it away. Nobody needs to know.
Right. But this time, I'm taking full action on everything because this is serious, and this has happened to so many people, and don't nobody ever do nothing, and these women become prostitutes and be on the streets and then giving their body out and sprung out on drugs, and everybody's looking at them like like they'll look at her or something, but you never know what she went through.
You never knew what she went through. That is the most important thing to say, Diamond. And I feel like if people, that's why I want to get your story out. I want to get other people's stories out because there's a misconception of what it looks like for a child to be abused. And I have had 2 different grown ladies tell me about my child and different situations that happened to her after she was abused by a grown man. They were saying that it was her fault with different things that happened, like moving forward when other things happened to her sexually. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they're going to tell me that my small child that didn't know anything was at fault for what these grown people chose to do.
Right.
No way. I thought they were crazy. I just couldn't understand it.
It happens from a certain point of view, and then once she's developing and she's going and going, somebody already done took her. So it's like now it can possibly be where she's trying to find the love that she needs or the affection she needs, and now they're thinking, oh, she's being fast, or now she's doing fast things, but how did she learn all this? Exactly. How did she learn? How did she experience all this? You understand?
So what is it that you're helping her to do right now? I mean, like, did you file a report with the police? Great.
I filed a report. I've arrested the man. I got him arrested. It's just so hard dealing with it with my mother / grandmother because she's not very supportive. You understand? And then she's tried to be in our lives, but it's confusing. Like, she's trying to be very confusing because she's so much manipulating. It's just draining because you could stand next to us right now and tell us you love us and you care about us and you'll always be here. But when we go in that courthouse, whose side are you going to really stand on?
That's right. I guess time will tell it.
That's all I can say. Because that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to it. But I done been shut down so many times as a child. Is that it's going to kill me? But then it might not. If it boils down to, I'm on his side, I'm kind of already prepared for it. My mind's already set for it.
And you know what?
It's just her mind isn't. It'll hurt her more. That's why I need to get her to know. And it's going to be hard because she loves her grandmother.
And you know what? With you standing there with her, I know that have to mean the world to her. Because nobody was there for you, so you can imagine the support that you give now. It means something to your daughter.
Even when it don't feel like it does, I guess.
It does. You got to know that you're making a difference, not only for your daughter, but for others that are going through that situation.
Right.
And so, I guess there's more that I would like to ask you about this situation. And because of the time restraint, we're probably going to have to do a part 2 if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Okay. So I would like to just close at this point because we're going to do a part 2 with you to understand that you did what you thought was the right thing to do. And I applaud you for it because it's hard to stand out. And even for a lot of mothers, a lot of them don't want to do reporting.
No.
A lot of them don't want to go to the authorities to get help, but that's what we need to start doing. We need to stop allowing people to hurt us, hurt our children, and then let them get away with it. All it does is start another cycle, because if they've hurt your child, they're going to go out and they're going to hurt someone else. So why not be the change agent to stop and make the change? Open your mouth and talk about it, because it's important to help save our children. That way your daughter can get the help that she needs. That way that person that caused that problem, we want to pray for them too, for them to get the help that they need, because they're doing that based off of some type of self-gratification, whether they've been hurt as a child or just want to hurt other people. But we need to stop it. We need to put those things at an end so that they won't continue to continue with that same pattern of abuse. So at this point, we're going to thank our listeners. We want to change the narrative from hurt people to hurt people heal and help hurt people. We want to thank you for tuning in to Open Your Mouth and Speak. We definitely want to thank our guests, Diamond Bryan, for coming on and for sharing your testimony today. It's so thankful to you, because we need to hear more. We need to know more. So many people that are affected. And so please tune in every Wednesday from 1 o'clock p.m. to 1:30 p.m. of Open Your Mouth and Speak. Replays are every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Check out our hashtags, and we thank you for tuning in. God bless you.